drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like hate it or love it, I just can't get enough. Labels keep calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apologies, they keep calling and calling, I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Let's make these babies crawl.
First down, Mills. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 0 for 2 throwing the football and a very quick 3 and out to start the game.
Look, stats are going to be decided as the game goes on, but bottom line is that's not the quick start that every team looks for when they begin a game.
Now Mills on 4th down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Another carry for Pierce.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Got you, boy. I go street. 29 is the mic. 18, pioneer. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Dancing to his left. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From his own end zone, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Watch the eye.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw from his end zone, Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It's fielded at the 45.
so dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
You got tight right there. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. You over. I'm going to run you over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Cooks will come in motion right.
Check. Mike 9, hey. We got a seal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And as a GM, it always tells.
One play, and they're already just shy of midfield. It's Eckler again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, Eckler shifts free at the 15. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Mills' throw complete there to Beckham.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Mills now.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. In motion left goes a tight end.
Give left side for Pierce.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Here we go on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
To throw from his end zone, Herbert. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Allen, the man in motion right.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, watch 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Line 54. That's a party now. Woo! Line 54.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Buying time to his left. It's caught. Beckham. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Mike 29. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come to my world.
They go play action. Mills. Now that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll fire this one deep for Eckler, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got Allen. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fields it right around the goal line.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 29.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even. 31's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. 31's the mic. Watch the run. 19 tight. 31's the mic. No chance.
From the gun, here's Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll start by running the option to the right. They pitch it to Eckler. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert has got it to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. In motion right comes Allen. On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Herbert.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone.
Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
A first down throw for Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Mills. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 30 yards. And the Texans are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, it's Herbert. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Down to about the 45.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31's the mic. Get ready. Get ready.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills.
Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
31's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Let's go. 31's the mic. I'm coming. Dragon 60. 31's the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Mills to throw it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Don't get nervous. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. Check smash. Check smash. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Trap 60. Trap 60. Mic 29. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Silver. 70 Ranger.
Play fake. Mills. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 36 yards. And the Texans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that